for the 2023 Australian Grand Prix. Now, of course, we're a few minutes out from lights out and away we go for the race. So I'm going to very quickly talk about some stuff that's happened in the qualifying and practice sessions. Now, granted, I haven't actually seen any of them because, you know, they've been on super early and I've ended up missing them all. Whoops. But I have heard some stuff. For example, in qualifying yesterday, Sergio Perez actually didn't qualify because he went out in practice one in qualifying one and crashed quite quickly. So there was a question mark on if Sergio Perez will actually be starting today. I don't know if that's yet been resolved, so we'll find out in a few minutes when the race actually begins. Of course, that has somehow meant the Mercedes duo of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton have taken up second and third, behind Max Verstappen. That's quite an interesting development, in my opinion. I'm not quite sure how that's happened, but nice to see a change in the grid. Of course, that leaves Fernando Alonso in fourth and his fellow countryman Carlos Sainz in fifth, right behind him. So this race could be quite interesting, I think. Now, this is a 58-lap race, so that roughly translates to just over an hour, I think. So, should be a fairly short race, which means we can all go back to bed pretty soon. But yeah, to anyone who's in Australia, hi, good to see you. Probably won't see me very often, because I'm obviously in the middle of Wales. Well, I say in the north of Wales, so you probably won't see me too often, so hi, nice to meet you. But yeah, we're about 10-ish minutes away from the start of the race now, so I'm going to quickly tune in and see what's going on. There you go. Took a second there. So, do we have any predictions as to who's going to win this race? Do we think it's going to be Max Verstappen? Do we think it'll be one of the Mercedes duo? Do we think it may be one of the Aston Martins in Fernando Alonso or Lance Stroll? Or will it be a Ferrari? That could be a fair few winners today, to be honest. I'm not sure who could win today. With Sergio Perez being potentially out of the race or way down at the back, this could make another interesting weekend for Red Bull. Because, of course, last time out at Saudi Arabia, Max had a humongous grid penalty which dropped him down to 15th. Now, of course, he did manage to make up a majority of the ground he lost, getting up to second by the end of the race, which was an absolutely Herculean effort from the Dutchman. So, we'll have to wait and see how this weekend goes for Red Bull. Seems very nice and bright in Australia, so the rain that has kind of affected the weekend may not make another appearance. It's looking very sunny in Melbourne, which isn't too surprising because it is, you know, Australia. Of course, Daniel Ricciardo's back at the track, which was a massive good feel moment for everyone, because everyone loves Daniel Ricciardo, let's be honest. Of course, he did have those rough couple of years in McLaren, but he is back in Red Bull, where he frankly belongs. He did amazing at his time in Red Bull, you know, beating Max Verstappen a couple of times. I'm glad to... Oh, Sergio Perez is starting the race from the back. So that's what's going to be happening with him then. He'll start from the back of the grid. Oh, he is... No, correction, he's going to start from the pit lane. So that's an even trickier start for Sergio Perez. But knowing him, he can probably pull it off. Just going to adjust the camera slightly. There we go. Okay. So that's Sergio Perez starting from the back of the grid. Okay. Okay. This could be quite interesting. Because Max Verstappen has never actually won the Australian Grand Prix. The closest he's ever come is a 3rd place, so this is a bit of a hard circuit for Max Verstappen that he's never been quite able to crack. So maybe this could be the year that he does it. It may be not. We'll have to wait and see. So at the moment, the cars are on the grid, getting ready to go in a few minutes' time. Okay, the tyre blanket's coming off of Max Verstappen's Red Bull, I think. Oh, no. No, they aren't. No. My mistake. I thought they were ready to rip them off. Okay, now we're seeing the trophies for the end of the race. And there's Lewis Hamilton getting ready to get into his car, starting from 3rd. Okay. So, who's winning, guys? What do we think is going to happen today in this race? Do we think we'll have any DNFs? Do we think we'll have another Red Bull win? Do we think it'll be somebody else? Do we think we'll have the first crash of the season? Hopefully not. I'm hoping that we don't. But it could happen at any point. But I'm hoping that it isn't today. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys. Because, of course, a crash is something no one ever wants to see. So let's hope that today isn't the day that we get the first one of the season in a race. Because we have made it through the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix without any crashes in the race. So let's keep our hopes up for that maintaining in this Grand Prix. Do we think there'll be any surprises today as well? Do we think we'll see a Williams in the points again, or will we see an Alfa Romeo in the points perhaps? Do we think there'll be any major Australian shocks today? I don't know. We might do, we might not. Have to wait and see. I think we're about 5 or 6 minutes away from the race starting now, so hopefully we'll see the formation lap in the next couple of minutes, because of course that'll be the first thing that happens before the race, as always. Also, guys, I just want to quickly say, I will be going live tonight at 6 PM for this week's Standcast with Roxanne, so please join us both there on stereo at 6 PM tonight, so in basically 12 hours' time. So I'll see you all there, but now we have a race to watch. Once the formation lap is underway and they're all off to go. Also, guys, what do we think of the new potential qualifying format changes? I'm curious. I don't know if they'll work, but I'm definitely curious as to how they're going to go. I'm not sure what they're going to decide on, but I know there has been a lot of options discussed for, I think, Baku. So the Baku weekend could be a bit mixed up, potentially. Have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm not too optimistic, but I am curious. It could be absolute gold. Who knows? We are plain and simply going to have to wait and see how it goes down. Because I think the changes are coming in for Baku for a trial at the very least, so keep an eye out on that one, guys. That's all I'll say. Okay. Okay, just a few minutes away now. You know, I really can't wait for this race. Australia is always a fun one, so I'm very much looking forward to this one, seeing how it goes. It's going to be a fun one. I can see it now. Okay, I'm just seeing a little bit of a feature from Jenson Button here, driving around in a single seater around Australia. Okay. I think we're only about 5 minutes away from the race start now, so they'll have to probably maybe cut this short unless it's short enough. Of course, formation lap's only in a couple of minutes. Okay, so as I said earlier, this is only a 58 lap race, so this will be over pretty quickly, really. Just have to wait and see, because, of course, we have to account for red flags, yellow flags, safety cars, potential crashes. Anything could happen, really, but in theory, this should be just over an hour and a quarter long. So that's not too bad. Definitely, I think the shortest of the 3 that we've had so far, time-wise, if I remember rightly anyway. Like, this stream should be over quite quickly in comparison to the other 2. Coming in roughly just over an hour and a half. Again, provided the race runs to the estimated time by me. And given my math skills, I could be a bit off myself. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yep, here we are for round 3 of the F1 season in Australia. Okay. 58 laps of the track. 3.28 miles per lap. And we have a staggering 4 DRS zones here. Like, that is insane. I think that's the most we've ever had on a track. So, this could be quite chaotic, really. Like, this race could be quite interesting given all the DRS zones around the track. Like, that is a lot of DRS. So, this race could potentially be over even quicker. Have to wait and see. Well, of course, we have the first 2 laps without DRS, so the first 2 laps will be slow in comparison to the rest of them, I think. Okay, we're now just seeing some action from each of the turns throughout the years. Oh, okay. We have the one-stop strategy potential, with the C4, C3, and C2 tyres being the tyres this weekend. So yeah, we should have a one-stop race here, but again, that's not factoring in damage, punctures, and stuff like that. Okay. And this is the grid for the race. We have Sergio Perez from the pit lane, and Valtteri Bottas from the pit lane. Okay. Then we have Logan Sargent in 18th and Zhou Guanyu in 17th. Okay. We have Oscar Piastri in 16th and Nick De Vries in 15th. Okay. 14th is Kevin Magnussen and 13th is Lando Norris. And Yuki Tsunoda is 12th and Esteban Ocon is in 11th. Now into the points positions, we have Nico Hulkenberg in 10th and Pierre Gasly in 9th. We have Alex Albon in 8th and Charles Leclerc down in 7th, so he's got some ground to make up. Lance Stroll in 6th and Carlos Sainz is in 5th. And then we have Fernando Alonso in 4th and Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. On the second row. And now on the front row we have George Russell and Max Verstappen in 2nd and 1st, respectively. So now we are mere moments away from the formation lap, and of course the start of the race. Okay. This is going to be an interesting race because it is obviously quite warm out there, so the engines are going to be running quite hard throughout this race, which isn't necessarily bad for them, but hopefully they don't start to overheat. Now the tyre blankets are beginning to come off on all the cars. Firstly, of course, is on Max Verstappen's car. Okay, so that's 2 cars starting from the pit lane. As to what's happened to Valtteri Bottas, I'm not sure. Again, I haven't seen any on-track action up until now because I've slept through it. Whoops. Okay, now I've got an onboard of Lewis Hamilton getting ready to leave the grid. Okay. And I'm going to guess the formation lap is starting now. Yep, here comes the formation lap, which means we are only now 58 laps away from the end of the race. Which is kind of mad to say, like, in just over an hour, this will be over. Wow. Okay, the top 8 are on mediums. Pierre Gasly is on softs. Hulkenberg's on mediums. Ocon's on softs. 12th, 13th, and 14th are on mediums, and I've run out of time to say all that. Whoops. The graphic went away. Okay, we're now seeing the pit strategies. See how that goes. Hopefully they're all able to stick to the planned strategies, in theory. Okay, that's Oscar Piastri running a special helmet, because of course this is his home race, and the first time he's actually raced in Australia since he was in go-karting, so he has not been to Australia for a race for quite some time now. So I bet he's glad he's back and can hopefully get home in a fairly good position. Okay. Okay, that's Charles Leclerc on the formation lap, running honestly quite quickly, I must say. He's definitely getting ready for the race. Okay, now we're seeing the previous 5 winners from this race, which is quite a collection. Vettel, Rosberg, Bottas, and obviously Charles Leclerc last year. Okay, and here comes Max Verstappen into the penultimate turn, ready to line up on the grid. And there he comes in, and there he comes to the last turn, ready. And the rest of the cars will slowly filter through behind him. Okay, that's Max Verstappen preparing his tyres, warming them up for the race. And there's Sergio Perez in the pits, along with Valtteri Bottas as well. Okay, that is Max Verstappen on the grid, George Russell, and there's Lewis Hamilton lining up. And there's Toto Wolff with Mick Schumacher behind him. Okay, and the final few cars are lining up now, which means we should be underway any moment. Okay, the green flag is waving. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. And we are off for the Australian Grand Prix. And that is a blistering start from Max Verstappen, but George Russell has got first place from Max Verstappen. And Max Verstappen is under attack again from Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Oh my god, George Russell is ripping away from them. Oh, and there goes Charles Leclerc. Oh, and that is a yellow flag in Sector 1, in Turn 3. So that's probably going to be a safety car. Yep, there it is. There's the first major crash, and there's the first crash of the season. Ooh, okay, that was a bit of a hectic couple of first turns. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was insane. Whew. That was mad. That's probably Charles. Yeah, and that's Charles Leclerc out of the race. Obviously, he's beached in the gravel, and there's the safety car. Okay, so we have Russell and Hamilton in 1 and 2. Verstappen's in third, Sainz is in fourth, Alonso's fifth, Albon is sixth, Stroll's in seventh, Gasly 8, Ocon 9, Hulkenberg 10, Tsunoda 11th, Norris 12th, Magnussen 13th. And some people making some pit stops already. That's interesting. Okay. Right. Strategy change. Okay. So Ocon is changing from softs to hards to maybe go to the end of the race, which would be a strategy and a half. And that's Sergio Perez into the pits as well. On the mediums, okay. Okay. Right, this is what happened to Charles Leclerc. It was Lance Stroll. Okay. He knocked into Stroll and... Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Mm. Okay. No further investigation on that incident between Leclerc and Stroll. Okay. And now we're on to lap 2, obviously still under the safety car. And that will be the case until Charles Leclerc's car is recovered. And that is George Russell leading the race. Wow. Huh. Okay. Another lap under the safety car here. Going on to lap 3. Hopefully the safety car will be back in the pits soon, so we can properly get underway here. That was a great launch from George Russell there, I have to be honest. And Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton as well had a great start. Like, I'm not surprised that the Mercedes overtook the Red Bull there. That was quite a shock. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Okay, that was a bit of oversteer there from Max Verstappen. Okay, safety car is going to be in at the end of this lap, so we will be going racing again any moment now. Okay. Oop. Okay. Right. Oh, and Perez has come in again on the hard tyres, so it looks as if he's planning to go to the end now. Okay. Right. Okay. And here goes the Mercedes leading the race, which is really strange to say. I've got to be honest. Okay. And that is the race restarted. Of course, no DRS yet because of the safety car. We would have had it for 2 laps now, if not for the safety car. Oh well. Okay. Lewis Hamilton has got Max Verstappen behind him quite close, so they are going to need to make... The Mercedes are going to need to pull away a bit from the Red Bull if they want Lewis Hamilton to stay in second. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, a lot of pit stops happened during that safety car, so in theory, we're going to see only a couple of pit stops throughout the race now. Like, most of them are now done. Okay, we have Carlos Sainz chasing down Max Verstappen in third, so this may potentially distract Verstappen a bit so the Mercedes can pull away, but we'll wait and see. Okay. Okay, the Mercedes are still leading the race, which means... And at the end of this lap, DRS is going to be activated. Which means that the top 3 will all have DRS on each other, except for George Russell, obviously. So Lewis Hamilton will have DRS on George Russell, Max Verstappen will have DRS on Lewis Hamilton, and George Russell has the fastest lap, with a 1:23.134, which is very quick. Okay, and here's an onboard from Max Verstappen. Okay. And at the end of this lap, DRS is going to activate, so this race is about to heat up quite a bit. Okay. Okay. Oh, and that's the fastest lap again for George Russell, which means he'll be on to the 6th lap now, I think. Which means DRS is going to be enabled at any moment. 4 DRS zones. This is interesting. Oh, and Max Verstappen now has the fastest lap. Okay. And that's Max with a 1:23.104, so that's a lot quicker than George Russell's lap, even. Okay, and that's Sergio Perez up into 17th, so he's made up a couple of places at least. Okay, so DRS should now be active. Okay. Okay, the gap between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell is just under a second, so in theory, Lewis Hamilton could catch George Russell and take the lead of the race. Have to wait and see how this goes. Oh, and here comes Hamilton for an overtake attempt, but doesn't quite go for it. Ooh, but Max Verstappen is right behind Lewis Hamilton now, so this could be quite a tight battle here between the Red Bull and the 2 Mercedes. Okay. Oh, Russell radio. Okay, George Russell's feeling a bit vulnerable in first place, which is understandable. I mean, he's got his own teammate behind him, ready for an overtake at any moment, really. Oh, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. And that is Alex Albon out of the race. Oh, and that's his front and rear wing gone, I think. And that is, of course, another safety car, which, oh, that one looked really nasty. Oh. Okay. Like, that looked like his rear wing was gone too, which is very hard to do. Ooh. Oh no. No, his rear wing is still there, but I think severely damaged. Okay, he's okay. Good. And that's George Russell into the pits, which automatically puts Lewis Hamilton into first. And there's Carlos Sainz into the pits as well. Okay. Okay. This is going to be an interesting restart after the safety car. Although I would like to see what happened to Alex Albon there, because that looked like one hell of a crash. Oof. That did not look good at all. Okay, here's what happened to him. He just lost it. He just lost the car. Right. Yeah, he just lost the steering of the car and it went on him. Right. So that is now 2 drivers out of the race already. And we aren't even at lap 10. This is going to be a race of attrition, I would think. Not the first time we've seen that. And it definitely wouldn't be the last. Okay. Okay. Lewis Hamilton's a bit worried now because he's in, the lead of the race, but Max Verstappen is right behind him still. So, have to see how that goes. Unsure when the safety car's going to come in currently. Oh, no. Oh, we have a red flag. Okay. So, that is the first in-race red flag of a season. Of the season, huh? Okay. Okay. That was quite a shock. Ooh, yep. Ow. Okay, that is an onboard replay from Alex Albon. Yeah. Okay. I think this is the replay of Lance Stroll. Yep, from Lance Stroll. Okay. So that is the replay of Alex Albon's incident from Lance Stroll's view. Okay, that was quite a surprising red flag. I can't lie, I was quite surprised about that. Okay. Okay. Right, now that that's happened, how do we see the race unfolding now, everyone? We have Hamilton, Verstappen, Alonso, Stroll, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Russell, Tsunoda, Norris, Piastri, Sainz, De Vries, Ocon, Perez, Zhou, Bottas, Sargent, and Magnussen. So that is the grid as it stands at the red flag. So, unsure how long this red flag's going to last for. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's Lewis Hamilton taking off his helmet. Hmm. Hmm. Right. This has just really changed up the race now. Like, this has really changed how this race could unfold. Hmm. Hmm. Like, okay, this was quite a surprise to see the red flag. And there's Max Verstappen in the Red Bull garage. Okay, a lot of these drivers are getting out of their cars now and taking their helmets off for a bit, so maybe they're expecting this one to last a little while. Okay. Ah, okay. The right. The red flag is because of some gravel that was knocked onto the track from Alex Albon's crash. So hopefully once they get that gone, the race will be restarted. Hopefully anyway. Okay, George Russell Radio. Hopefully though, this red flag will be cleared quite quickly with it just being some gravel. I'm hoping anyway. Oh yeah, that is quite a significant amount of gravel actually. Ooh, okay. Yeah, hopefully this is over pretty quick. Okay. Um, unsure when the safety car. No, unsure when the red flag's gonna end just yet. Huh. Yeah, I can't say I was expecting that red flag, guys. Like that one's really surprised me. Okay, so this race will be starting from lap 9 when it does, which means we have about 48 laps to go after this. Okay, we have got some debris from no surprising amount of debris from Alex Albon's car because that was obviously quite a crash from him. Okay. So hopefully, and we have the race will commence again in about just under 10 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes before the race restarts, and hopefully we can get through the rest of it pretty unscathed, hopefully. Okay, and on the board at the moment, Fernando Alonso is holding the fastest lap. Will that change when the safety car ends? Maybe. No, when the red flag ends, sorry. I keep mixing those two up. It's very early, guys. It's not even 6:30 in the morning, so you'll have to bear with me if my brain goes a bit funny during the race. Um, okay, that was quite an unfortunate start to the race with losing Charles Leclerc in the first couple of turns, and then Alex Albon on lap 9. No, well, lap 8, really. Okay, oop. Okay, so that was just a light tap for Charles Leclerc, but enough to knock him around and obviously send him into the gravel. Okay. So, now looking at it, who do we think is going to win the race now? Do we think it'll be Max Verstappen reclaiming first place? Or will Lewis Hamilton hold on to the top spot and take the win? Or is someone else going to come through and take it? Like Fernando Alonso, perhaps? Maybe Lance Stroll? Now it really, really could be anyone. I don't know who this race winner could be now. It honestly could be literally anybody at this point, given how this race is progressing so far. Okay, yeah, I'm quite surprised here, guys. Okay. Okay. 7 minutes till the race restarts, which is always good. Okay. Okay, Lewis Hamilton's getting ready to get back into his car, it seems. You know, it's only a couple of minutes now till the race restarts, so there's his helmet going back on. Okay, now we're seeing another replay. I'm not sure what from here. Okay, this is Lewis Hamilton's overtake on Max Verstappen at the start. Right, okay. Right, okay. Okay, and here we have a replay from Max Verstappen. Probably his view of the Lewis Hamilton overtake. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, that's Lewis Hamilton making sure his front wing's okay. Okay. I'll admit, Carlos Sainz has got quite a lot of ground to make up, considering he's in 11th, so when the race restarts, expect Carlos Sainz to really start making some moves. Okay. Okay, and here we are, a couple of minutes to go from the restart. Oh. Okay. Now got a bit of a team radio replay from Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton, and now Nico Hülkenberg. Okay. Okay. So this is just some team radios reacting to the red flag happening. Oh, and that track is very clear now. Okay. Okay, so the race should restart very soon now. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, that was quite an unexpected red flag. And very unexpected for the first red flag of the season. Huh, did not see that coming. Okay. Okay, all the drivers are back into their cars now, such as Lando Norris. Okay. And then, okay. Tyre blankets are starting to come off again, along with the car jacks. They can lower them back down to the ground. Okay. Now Sergio Perez in 14th. So he's made up technically 6 places, although the bottom 2 have gone out of the race, so yeah. Okay. We've got 49 laps left of this race. So we've still got quite a way in this race to go. Again, hopefully we can get through the rest of it quite quickly. Hopefully no more yellow flags, no more red flags, or safety cars. Hopefully this is a clean run to the end. Like, this does sometimes happen at the start of the race. Like, it starts off with things going to hell, and then once all that's been over and done with, once it's all out of the race's system, things tend to normalise quite quickly. So, once the race has gotten all of its craziness out of its system, the race does tend to normalise, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Okay. And now just about 2-3 minutes away from the restart, so in a moment we should see the drivers make their way back to the grid, unless we were doing the restart from the pit lane. Okay, and here's another replay of the Alex Albon incident. Okay, what happened? He just... Okay, yeah, he just lost the car. Had a mass... The rear end just kicked straight out, and he lost it. Okay. That was on lap 7. Ooh, yep. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. And there's the views of that crash from Lance Stroll and Hulkenberg's views. Okay. Okay. I imagine things will get underway in a moment. Okay. There's Nico Hulkenberg, very ready to go, it seems. Okay, I think the tyre blankets are about to be removed. Yep. Okay. Off the tyre blankets come, yep. There we go. Right. Okay. Like I said, guys, hopefully this is a fairly straight run to the end of the race now. Yep, there we go. Okay. Standing start procedure. So that does mean we are going to get a grid restart. So they'll all head back to the grid and then restart the race as if they were starting it for the first time. Okay. Right. So this could potentially put Lewis Hamilton's lead of the race at risk. Like, Max Verstappen could overtake him now, so have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, and here they come out for the second formation lap, technically. Okay. Of course, they're all behind the safety car, as is standard procedure for that. Okay. Out they go. Okay. Yeah, this is going to actually be a slower lap to the grid than the formation lap, because unlike the formation lap, the safety car's in front of them this time. Probably in case any further incidents happen, which hopefully it doesn't, obviously, but... And hopefully, if any debris or gravel is left on the track, it won't hit the drivers too hard. Okay. And that is actually the two McLarens currently in the points. Will that remain the case when the race restarts? Who knows? Okay. 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 I think this safety car lap is starting to come to an end now, so we should be underway at any moment now, hopefully. I'm hoping. Okay, here we go. And in comes Lewis Hamilton to the final turn. Okay. Right. Oh. That was... Okay. Okay, we've had some little boo-boos in the lap to the grid, like a few drivers just went way too fast and one just forgot to turn, really. So that was quite weird. Thankfully, no incidents happened, but it was quite an interesting one to see there. Okay, the grid is reforming. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, and there's the medical car at the back. Right. Okay. And off we go again. Okay. Right. And there goes Lewis Hamilton in the lead of the race still. Okay. And that's Fernando Alonso up the rear end of Max Verstappen, so Max may be under threat here from the Aston Martin. Okay. Oh, and there's contact at the back of the track with Nick de Vries. Okay, it looks as if he is okay, though. Okay. Right. That was very wild into turn 3 once again with that Nick de Vries incident. Well, almost incident. Okay. Okay, that is Fernando Alonso on the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay. George Russell's up into 5th. Or down into 5th. I don't remember where he was before this. Okay. Okay. I think this race is going to start, like, stabilising now. Like, I think we should see a fairly clean run to the end of the race now, probably. Okay. And DRS will be activated at the end of the next lap. So, at the end of lap 12. Okay, and there's Carlos Sainz overtaking Lando Norris, which puts the McLarens down to 10 and 11th. Okay. I will admit, this race restart was quite insane. It was quite hectic. I was expecting another incident for a second, but thankfully the drivers did manage to kind of keep it a bit cleaner than the first start of the race, so nothing major happened except for the Nick de Vries incident. Okay, which really didn't come to much of an incident because Nick de Vries is still running. Okay, go. Okay. So DRS will be activated at the end of this lap. Okay. And Max Verstappen is getting quite close to Lewis Hamilton. So, have to wait and see how this goes. Oh wait, no, DRS will be activated now, won't it? Because lap 11 was the second lap, so yeah. Okay. So, oh, and that is a slingshot from Max Verstappen on Lewis Hamilton, and he takes the lead of the race. Yep. Okay, so that's Max Verstappen in the lead. Okay. Wow. I'll admit that is quite a lot of pace there from the Mercedes and the Red Bull there. With almost a 2-second gap between Hamilton and Alonso in second and third, so that's quite interesting. Okay, and that's Max Verstappen on the fastest lap. Okay, and that is a 1.21.994 for Verstappen. Yeah, that was an absolute slingshot of an overtake from the Red Bull there. Like, as soon as they got into turn 9, he just whizzed straight past him. Which really is a testament to how quick that Red Bull is this year. Like, wow. That is a quick car. Okay. And George Russell's going to try and have a go at Pierre Gasly. See how that works. Okay. Can't quite get Gasly just yet. Oh, never mind. Yep, and that is George Russell in front of Pierre Gasly now. And Lance Stroll is probably going to try and do the same in a moment. Okay. Okay, so there's no further investigation on the Nick de Vries Esteban Ocon incident which happened the restart. And here we have a replay from Sergio Perez. And that's an overtake on Logan Sargent. Yep, easy for him. Okay. Oh, and that is Lewis Hamilton slipping back from Max Verstappen a bit. 2.7 seconds away from him. Oh, sorry, 2.8. Okay. So, okay. Right, I think there's probably about 45 minutes left on this race. Now, I would estimate, given that we're on lap 14 out of 58, so this race should be finished, again, in about 45 minutes, I would reckon. Okay, and here comes another overtake attempt from Carlos Sainz on Lance Stroll. See how that works. Okay, he doesn't quite decide to go for it now. But he did have DRS there, so he could have given it a go, but elected not to, and he still has it. So, oh, and here comes Carlos Sainz on Lance Stroll, and he just gets the move done. Okay. Okay. And that is Max Verstappen really starting to pull away now from the rest of the grid, unsurprisingly. He is 3.3 seconds away from Lewis Hamilton now, so I think this could be Max Verstappen in the lead of the race for at least a while. Okay. And here comes Sergio Perez onto the Haas of Kevin Magnussen, and he has passed Kevin Magnussen. Okay. Okay. Now we have a replay from Oscar Piastri. Oh, and a bit of contact with Yuki Tsunoda there from Oscar Piastri. Okay. Okay, not too much it seems to be happening at this very moment. This does tend to happen at Australia as well. Australia is a very strange track. It could either be the most exciting race in the universe and there's overtakes every 2 seconds, or there are massive gaps in the action. And this race seems to be a bit of a mixture of both. So this could be quite an interesting one here, guys. Okay. And there's Carlos Sainz closing in on Pierre Gasly with just under a second gap between them. Oh no, yep, just under a second gap between them both. So I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos Sainz soon decides to try and go for 5th place and take Pierre Gasly, and then maybe try and get George Russell as well. Okay. And that's Sergio Perez on Zhou Guan Yu, getting him up into 13th. Okay. Okay. And the restart procedure was under investigation, but they've decided that there's going to be no further action on that either. Okay. And Fernando Alonso has just been told that they're going to try and get 2nd place from Lewis Hamilton. Let's see how this battle develops, because we know back in Bahrain, Lewis Hamilton versus Fernando Alonso was quite a spectacle to watch. So let's see if that's repeated in this race. Okay. That is a 0.7. Okay, that is a 0.6 second gap between Hamilton and Alonso now. So we could see some action here in the next few corners. Okay. Right. This could be quite interesting. And there's another fastest lap from Max Verstappen. Oh, and that's Carlos Sainz up into 5th. And George Russell down into 7th. Okay. Oh, and that is a flaming Mercedes of George Russell. Oh, God. Okay. His power unit has gone up in flames. Oh, God. Whoa. Okay, that was quite a lot of flames there. Oof. Okay, and there's a virtual safety car because he parked it in the pit lane. Well, at the end of the pit lane, so not too bad, really. Okay. Okay, and that's the pit entry closed. Makes sense. Oof, that was not good. Okay, so there's another incident. Okay, so what happened there? Got a replay here. Okay, yep. George is losing power. And then at the end of the lap, the car does start to smoke up. And then in a moment, we should probably start seeing the flames. Yep, there it is. Right, yep, there it is. Ah. Okay. And here's an onboard replay of that. He just basically lost power. Yep, power was slowly dripping. Yeah. Okay. So that is George Russell out of the race from starting in second. Well, that's quite a shame for George Russell. Okay. And that is his first mechanical retirement from a race since starting with Mercedes. And the virtual safety car is now ending. So in a moment, we will get back to racing once again. Okay, and that's Hamilton radio. Yep. Okay, he's just mentioning that Alonso is quite quick. Okay. Mercedes seems to be planning for a pit stop for Lewis in case Alonso's a bit too quick. Okay. Okay. That's Sergio Perez trying to get around Esteban Ocon, it seems. Okay. And unlike under an actual safety car, DRS is activated straight away, so we're back to normal racing now. Okay. Okay. That is Fernando Alonso out of DRS range of Lewis Hamilton, which is quite surprising. Okay, and that's Lewis Hamilton well out of the DRS range of Max Verstappen at 2.4 seconds. So, okay. Do we have Sergio Perez trying to make another move? Oh, it's still Esteban Ocon he's trying to get. Okay. Okay, couldn't quite get the move done there. Right. Okay. So the pit lane entry is now open again. So if any pit stops need to happen, they can now. Okay. Max Verstappen has now got a 2.6 second lead over Lewis Hamilton. Oh, sorry, 2.7 now. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this race now will finish fairly uninterrupted. Hopefully. Oh, and that is Sergio Perez up into 11th, overtaking Esteban Ocon. Okay. And Sergio Perez may get another overtake done in a second on Oscar Piastri. Okay. Right. And that's the Oscar Piastri Sonoda incident. No further investigation as well. So that's them two cleared of any penalties. Okay, and here's a replay of Sergio Perez's overtake on Esteban Ocon. Yep, that was straight through. Okay, and Max Verstappen has now gained a 3-second lead over Lewis Hamilton. So Max Verstappen is now fairly safe in first place, I should say, not pole position. Okay. And Carlos Sainz is now going to try and get Pierre Gasly. And hopefully for him, he can get Pierre Gasly, because that will put him up into 4th position. Okay. Ugh. Right. Go. Oh. Is this Sergio Perez overtaking Oscar Piastri? Wow, okay. Yep, that was another very clean overtake from Sergio Perez. Okay. Okay. Right. I think this race is probably going to start, leveling out a bit now. I don't think much is going to happen for a while unless Pierre Gasly is overtaken by Carlos Sainz, which is looking possible at the moment. Carlos Sainz is getting very close to Pierre Gasly, so have to keep... Oh. And there's Sergio Perez on Yuki Tsunoda. Okay, so Perez... Next on Perez's list is Lando Norris, although I can't quite see him yet from Sergio Perez's onboard, so this one may take a little while. Okay, and as has just been rightly pointed out, we aren't at half race distance yet. Granted, we aren't far away, probably about 5 minutes or so. Well, 5 laps away at least. Okay. Okay. Oh, go. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Right. This, I think, is going to start... Yeah, I think it's going to start leveling out for a little while now. Things are probably going to remain fairly static for a little bit. Oh, little puff of smoke there from Carlos Sainz. Hopefully that doesn't come to anything. Hoping that was just a bit of dust, actually. Oof. Yeah, and has just been pointed out as well, Fernando Alonso is now only the 6th driver in Formula 1 to reach 100 podiums. Okay. Lewis Hamilton is concerned about his tyres reaching the end of the race, which is understandable. They have gone a long way already and still have a long way to go. Okay. Ooh, and that's Carlos Sainz on Pierre Gasly. And that puts him up into 4th. Okay. That was quite clean from Carlos Sainz there. Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay. We're approaching half race distance now, so okay, that is Max Verstappen up to 6 seconds in the lead now. Okay. Oof. Okay. And I think Oscar Piastri is going to try to get Yuki Tsunoda now, which could be quite an interesting overtake from him. Is Oscar Piastri going to try it? Nope, not yet. Okay. Okay, and here comes Esteban Ocon on Oscar Piastri. Okay. Ooh, okay. And there's Esteban Ocon overtaking Oscar Piastri, yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think things are going to start slowing down for now. And in a few laps' time, we might see things speed up again in terms of overtakes. Yeah, not too much is happening at the moment, so this is going to be a bit of a lull in the race, I think. Okay. Lance Stroll started this race in 4th and is now in 6th place, so that's a bit of a drop there for the Canadian, but not too much. I'm sure he can get that back in that Aston Martin, which really is a very quick car this year. Okay. And the top 3 at the moment is Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen, and that's Esteban Ocon overtaking Yuki Tsunoda, which puts him up into 10th again. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that was quite a move there from Esteban Ocon, I can't lie. mm. Okay, and now we're very close to half race distance. Okay, and that's Max Verstappen now with a 7-second lead over the grid. Wow. Okay. And yeah, just been pointed out that this will be the last race that we see the pink Alpine. After this race, the Alpine will be going back to its traditional blue. Of course, the pink has come from its main sponsor, BWT, who did used to sponsor Force India and Racing Point. But of course, when Otmar Zafnauer left that team, they moved with him to Alpine. Okay. And now we're at half race distance. That took a little longer than expected, guys. Of course, the incidents couldn't be helped there with the first lap incident with Charles Leclerc, then the massive crash from Alex Albon. Yeah, so couldn't really be helped, to be honest. And of course, George Russell's car going on fire, so that none of that could really be helped. But we're at half race distance now. Oh, and there's Oscar Piastri on Yuki Tsunoda. Ooh, that was a slingshot and a half. Oof. And there is Max Verstappen again with the fastest lap of the race. My God. Okay. Oh, that was an insane overtake from Piastri there. Okay. Right. Now we're on to lap 30, which means we're on to the final 28 laps of the race. Okay, this should be over at some point. Who knows? Okay. Right. Are any overtake attempts happening at the moment? Okay, here's the Alfa Romeo of Zhou Guanyu coming up the back of Yuki Tsunoda. Is he going to try and overtake him as well? Not yet, anyway. Okay. Ooh. And this is, and I have to admit, this is quite a race from Mercedes, maintaining second. I know he's 8 seconds behind Verstappen, which is quite a gap, but the fact that he stayed in second, not even being overtaken by Fernando Alonso, is an achievement for the Silver Arrows team. So maybe there is some improvements from that team coming. We'll have to wait and see for the next race in Baku at the end of April. Yeah, remember, this is the massive gap now after this race between races. Okay. Okay, a lot of teams are seeming to be planning another pit stop. Oh, and there was Zhou Guanyu very close to getting Yuki Tsunoda there, but didn't quite get the move done. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Then we have an Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso, still chasing down Lewis Hamilton, but not quite getting close enough to overtake him. Yeah, and what's just been pointed out is that in the top 5, there are 5 different cars. We have a Red Bull, a Mercedes, an Aston Martin, a Ferrari, and an Alpine. And in the top 8, there are 7 different teams. Oh, Hamilton radio. Okay. Okay. Right. And everyone's just making sure the strategy's working out okay and that Lewis Hamilton is able to stay in front of the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso. Okay. Right. Okay. Looks as if Sergio Perez is about to try and overtake Lando Norris, it seems. Which means that he would have probably the which means he would have the most overtakes in this race so far, which isn't that much of a surprise considering he started in last and is now up into the points. Ugh. Sorry, moving around so much, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I don't fall asleep and keep myself comfortable as I can. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. And Aston Martin still can't get close to Lewis Hamilton. Close enough to overtake him anyway. Oh, team radio again. Okay. Mm. Right. Yeah, a lot of people are now starting to point out that the hard tires are going to be stretched. They are the most durable on the tire selection, but they are still going to be stretched with how long they've been used for. So I have to wait and see how they go throughout the rest of the race. And most of the grid is on hard tires, except for Logan Sargent and Nick DeVries, who are on mediums. Okay. Sergio Perez is not in front of Lando Norris yet, and still actually isn't in DRS range of him, so we'll have to wait and see how this battle goes. Okay. Hmm. Okay. We are now approaching 20 laps remaining. We're about 3 laps away from that. Okay. Right. Oh. And here comes Kevin Magnussen, I think, on Yuki Tsunoda. Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, this could be a bit of a battle for 12th place with Zhou Guan Yu as well. Hmm. Oh. And that's Kevin Magnussen overtaking Yuki Tsunoda successfully. So Zhou Guan Yu has now got Kevin Magnussen behind him. Okay, and there's Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull garage. Still smiling. Good. Hmm. Okay. And Sergio Perez is still chasing down Lando Norris for 8th place. Okay. Oh. Okay. And Mercedes have now confirmed that George Russell's issue was just a plain power unit failure. Oh. And Yuki Tsunoda may have a problem himself. Oof. Okay. We don't know what Tsunoda's issue is, but it does seem he has a problem with the car. Okay. And this is Kevin Magnussen on Zhou Guan Yu. Wow, that was quick. Okay. And there's Logan Sargent into the pits for another tyre change. Onto the hard compound. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Have to see how this one goes. Okay. There's Max Verstappen disappearing into turn 1 again. And he has once again got the fastest lap, but that has been taken by Lewis Hamilton now. Okay. And that's a Lewis Hamilton with a 1 minute 21.4 flat. Okay. Okay. Lewis Hamilton seems to be getting a little bit worried with Fernando Alonso behind him. Right. Okay, now we have 20 whole laps in this race left to go. Right. Okay. Yep. And Fernando Alonso is closing in on Lewis Hamilton a little bit. Okay. Right. Okay. And Fernando Alonso has gained 0.3 seconds over the course of 4 laps. And that's Max Verstappen again on the fastest lap of the race so far. And there's Jack Doohan in the Alpine garage, because of course he is part of the Alpine Academy now. Okay. Now got an interview with Otmar Zafnauer on the pit wall. Okay. Okay, now everyone's planning for the end of the race, because we are only about 18-ish laps away from that now, so drivers and teams are now going to start planning for how they're going to finish this race. Yep. Then, okay. And there's 1 minute 21 second from Lewis Hamilton, 1 minute 21.3. So that's another fastest lap of the race. Okay. And then, Pierre Gasly is now closing in on Carlos Sainz. Right, okay. Moving a bit closer, guys. Oops. There we go. Oop, no. There we go. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. Now we only have 18 laps to go, which means this race is coming to a very slow end. But of course, very soon it will be over, and the race winner will be decided. At the moment, it is looking to be Max Verstappen, but as we know, this is Formula One, and anything could change. Like, anything could change at this point. Okay. Right. Max Verstappen is now approaching the 10-second lead mark, and there it is. Okay, and that's Max Verstappen with nearly a 1 minute 21 dead. He is about 7/10 of a second away from that. So have to see how that one goes. Oh no, sorry, 7/100ths of a second, so be quite close to getting a 1.21 very soon, I think. Okay. There's Max Verstappen coming on to lap 42. Yeah, and Lando Norris is still keeping Sergio Perez at bay. And that's Max Verstappen now on a 1 minute 20.9. So he's now broken the 1 minute 21 mark. Okay. There's only 1.8 seconds between Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton now, so Fernando Alonso may try and overtake at some point, but at the moment, it isn't going to be possible at the moment. Okay. Now we're on about 16 laps to go now, I think. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Okay, ooh, and here comes Sergio Perez on Lando Norris, but doesn't quite get the move done. Okay. Lando Norris is still keeping ahead of Sergio Perez, which is really impressive. Okay. Is Sergio Perez going to try and get him? No, he isn't. Okay. Lando Norris is really holding his own here. That's Sergio Perez with the fastest lap of a 1 minute 20.979. So that's 7 thousandths on Max Verstappen's last fastest lap. Okay. And then, okay, so Max Verstappen now has a 10.5 second lead from Lewis Hamilton. Oh, and that's Sergio Perez on Lando Norris. That was one hell of a battle there, I can't lie. Lando Norris and that McLaren did a fantastic job there at defending from Sergio Perez. Wow. Okay, now we have 15 laps left of this race. Okay. Okay. And that's, of course, Perez still on the fastest lap of the race so far, not surprisingly. And here's Sergio Perez chasing Nico Hulkenberg for 7th. Okay. Okay. Right. And I think in the next few, maybe corners, Sergio's going to try and take Nico Hulkenberg. And I think that may be coming in the next turn or two. Like, this could be a very quick overtake in comparison to Lando Norris. Yep, here we go. And there's Sergio Perez up into 7th, which means he now has, next up, the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll. But Sergio does have a bit of ground to make up if he wants to get to Stroll. Oh, and that, I think, could be... Nope, nothing's happening there, never mind. Okay, 14 laps left to go. Right. Okay, Aston Martin has just told Fernando Alonso that he can now start pushing, as they're confident that their tyres can now last to the end of the race, even if he does try an overtake attempt on Lewis Hamilton. So there's potential that this battle between Fernando and Lewis could start to heat up quite a bit. Okay. Okay, this is now 13 laps left to go. We're getting to the end now, guys, so things that might start to heat up a bit now across the grid, not just for Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Like, I think across the board, things are going to start heating up a bit now. Okay. Okay. And now Max Verstappen has an 11-second lead on the rest of the grid. My God. Okay. And there's the team principal of McLaren, Andrea Stella. Wow. This is Lando Norris's 5th season in F1. Man, that's gone fast. Okay. Okay. Fernando Alonso is beginning to close on Lewis Hamilton slightly. Okay. And that's Fernando Alonso on the fastest lap with a 1 minute 20.69. So, so the lap times are starting to come down quite a lot in the closing stages of this race. Okay, this is 12 laps to go. I know it's 47 out of 58, but they count the last lap as well, so 58 will be the final lap, so we've got 12 laps to go, really. Okay. Okay. Okay, Lewis Hamilton is now 1.2 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso. So he's pulled back another 10th on him. Oh, another 2/10 now, it seems. Okay. And Max is now on to lap 48. Okay. Right. Okay, and here's Max Verstappen on the second to last corner, and he does run quite wide. Ooh. Oh, wow. That was that was that was a huge wide run from Max Verstappen there in the penultimate turn. Okay. And there's Sergio Perez on the fastest lap of the 1 minute 20.643. So the lap times are really starting to come down now. Oh, and that's lost Max Verstappen a few seconds to Lewis Hamilton. However, he is still 7.5 seconds ahead. And there we have Kylie Minogue in, I think, the Red Bull garage. Is it? Is it the Red Bull garage? I'm not sure. It's definitely Kylie Minogue, but I don't know which garage she's in. And it is now 10 laps to go on this race. Oh, and there's a McLaren on an Alpha Tauri? Oh, it's a Haas. It's Lando Norris on Nico Hülkenberg. Okay. And Lando Norris isn't quite close enough to get the move done on Nico Hülkenberg. However, I wouldn't give it too long. That McLaren does seem greatly improved from what it has been in the first two races, so maybe McLaren are making some big improvements to the car. Okay. Okay, Lando Norris is still not quite close enough to Hülkenberg, but it looks as if he is now. Oh, okay. Hülkenberg has defended it quite well, though. Okay. And that's Max Verstappen on the fastest lap again with a 1 minute 20.342. So that is a massive drop in lap time there from Max Verstappen. And of course, that's going to mean he's making up his gap again to Lewis Hamilton. Okay. Oh. Okay. That was very close to an incident there between Lando Norris and Nico Hülkenberg. Oof. Okay. Now we're on to lap 50, so we've got 9 laps left to go. Okay. Oh, Hülkenberg team radio. Okay. Okay. Lando Norris and Hülkenberg seems to be nearly over. Ooh. Okay. Now we're on to lap 51, so these final few laps seem to be going past quite quickly. Okay, Max is now up to 8.5 seconds again, nearly. Okay. Lando Norris has DRS again on Nico Hülkenberg, but he still can't quite get him. And that sun is quite bright there, so it may be distracting some of the drivers a bit. Okay, and there's Pietro Fittipaldi in the Haas garage, as of course he is the reserve driver and test driver for Haas. Okay, and that's actually Pierre Gasly dropping back a bit from Carlos Sainz in 5th, with 2-second gap between them. Oh, and here comes Lando Norris again to try and overtake Nico Hulkenberg, but oh, is he going to get it? And Lando Norris is ahead of Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg runs really wide. Oof, that was interesting. Okay, now we've got 7 laps left to go. Okay. Okay, let's see this overtake once again from Lando Norris's onboard. Nico Hulkenberg missed the apex, so that's why he got overtaken and ran a bit wide. Okay. Oh no, that's actually quite wide there from Nico Hulkenberg. Oof. And there's a lot of nervous people in Haas there, with Hulkenberg running wide for a second. Okay. And now we have Kevin Magnussen defending Zhou Guanyu. Okay. 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 And it looks as if Lewis Hamilton might be able to defend from Fernando Alonso, but of course we are going to have to wait and see for the rest of the race, but Fernando is still 1.5 seconds behind him. Okay. Yeah, Pierre Gasly is slowing down a bit. Hopefully there isn't a problem with his car, but he is losing a bit of time. Okay. Okay. And Stroll is starting to slow down, close in, on Pierre Gasly a bit, so Stroll is closing in on him quite a bit, but not too much at the moment, it seems. Oh, and that is the end of Kevin Magnussen's race, with his right rear tyre has gone with 5 laps to go. Oof. Okay. That was a temporary yellow flag, but now it's a green flag again. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, blimey. That tyre is right in the racing line, almost. Yikes. Okay. Sergio Perez has now got a lap record with 1 minute 20.235 seconds. Okay. Oof. Rear suspension's broken. Okay. So that's Kevin Magnussen out of the race as well. Ooh. Oh, God. Okay. And that was in turn 2. And that is a final safety car, which could potentially take us to the end of the race. 5 laps. 5 laps left to go. Oof. This could potentially see us to the end of the race now, which is a bit of a disappointment given how this race has been going. But on the other hand, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Okay. Right. Okay. Oof. Okay. Okay. Mercedes are waiting for a pit stop from Lewis Hamilton. Okay, Hamilton's staying out, it seems. Oh, blimey. Yeah, they really need to retrieve that tyre soon. Right, what happened to Kevin Magnussen here? Right. Cage running. Oh, he hit a wall and the tyre just came clean off. Wow, okay. That was really weird. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that tyre just ripped off. That was so weird. That is so strange. I've never seen that happen. Oof. Okay. Oof. That was an incident and a half. Okay. Lewis Hamilton's complaining of debris, which makes sense. Yeah. That is mad. What on earth was that? Okay. And they've red flagged again. Okay. And hopefully the final 3 laps can be done in race conditions quite quickly. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So this will be a 2-lap race because lap 56 will be the lap back to the grid. Okay. So that is Max Verstappen's massive lead completely neutralised. Oof. Yeah, that's interesting. We've had 4 simultaneous team radio saying red flag, and 4 drivers saying, "Are you serious?" Okay. God knows how long this red flag's gonna last. Hopefully, it won't last too long because that was quite that. There wasn't too much damage there, and not too much debris from what I could see. The main thing is clearing Kevin Magnussen's car, which honestly shouldn't really take too long, so hopefully this red flag will be over pretty quickly. Kind of like the first one. Okay. So, this race could once again be decided by the last couple of laps, and it could be Lewis Hamilton's, it could be Max Verstappen's, it could be Fernando Alonso still. It could be anyone, really. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we hear of a race resumption time soon. Okay. And now we're hearing those team radios for the red flag reaction. Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so hopefully the race will resume soon. Some drivers have gotten out of their cars, others have not. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this red flag period goes. Okay. Ugh. Right. Well, this race has been a very weird one, guys, I can't lie. I've never seen an Australian Grand Prix quite like this. Like, this has been a bit of a wild race, I can't lie. Oh. Valtteri Bottas is... Okay. Some cars are being pushed, somewhere. I don't quite know where. Maybe they're being pushed to the end of the pit lane, ready for the restart, perhaps? I don't know, honestly. Okay, so the race will resume once again in 10 minutes. Okay. So that's 10 minutes to go until the race restarts for the final couple of laps. Okay. Right. Here we go. Right. Okay, so only a few minutes till the race restarts for the final couple of laps, and then the race will all be over. Okay. Okay, tinted visors seem to be the idea because the sun is, of course, coming down, which is going to get into the driver's eyes quite a bit. So the visors are going to be darkened a bit now. Okay. Oh, and there's Charles Leclerc's and Cam Magson's cars sitting together outside of the track. Which means, in theory, the race shouldn't be too far away. Of course, we know we're getting started again in about 10 minutes, but we shouldn't be too far away from the start now. That's Max Verstappen with his helmet back on. Okay. There's Max coming back into his car. Okay. Okay. And there's Lando Norris's car getting ready to go again. Right. Got about 5 minutes to go now till we finish this race off. And there's Daniel Ricciardo having a chat with George Russell. Because, of course, Daniel Ricciardo isn't racing this season and George Russell is out of this race due to his car bursting into flames earlier, unfortunately. Right. Okay. Um, and on this date, 1926, Formula One world champion Jack Brabham was born. Wow. So that's almost 100 years ago. Whew. And the trophy for this race is named after the legendary Jack Brabham. Okay. At the moment, the podium is made up of 3 world champions and 11 world championships altogether. That is mad. Okay. Whew. Let's get ready for the final couple of laps. Okay. I still don't know how this happened with Kevin Magnussen. That was so weird. The tyre barely touched the wall and it just went. That was so odd. Oop. Okay. Oh. Oh, nope. Okay. Ugh. Oh. Okay. There's something loose in Lando Norris's footwell. That's not good. Okay. And the safety car is ready to lead the cars out for the lap to the grid, and then, of course, the last 2 laps of the race. Okay. Okay. Seems that everyone is now ready to go again. Right. This could be anyone's win now. Could be literally anyone. And this will be Lewis Hamilton's first win since the penultimate race of the 2021 season, if he wins today. I think this will be Fernando Alonso's first win in over a decade if he wins today. So this is and of course this would be Max Verstappen's 37th win. So there's a lot of there's a lot on the line for these last couple of laps here. Ugh. Okay. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds till the race restarts. Well, until the laps of the grid, anyway. Okay. We have about just over a minute and a half to go now, so the drivers will be getting ready to go now. Okay. the sun is really going down now, so those tinted visors are gonna be very well used. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, as well as Ted Kravitz just did, keep an eye out for Lance Stroll on this restart as well. Oh, and there's Jackie Stewart, I'm assuming, getting ready for the podium ceremony. Mm. Okay. 22 seconds to go. Right. Mm. Okay. Here we go. Okay, once again, guys, I'll stay until the podium ceremony happens and then I'll log this stream off. So you'll have me for another probably 10-15 minutes, I would guess. um, a bit longer than I was expecting. I thought this was going to be one of my shortest streams for this. But no, I think it's my longest, or it will be. So, yeah, I'll be on for another 10-15 minutes or so. And then I'll be logging off as soon as the podium ceremony's over and done with. Okay. And then there's Max Verstappen warming up his tyres. Okay. Yeah, this final 2 laps could go anywhere. Like, anything could happen now. Oh. Okay. So Fernando Alonso's last win was Spain 2013, which is almost 10 years ago now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And there won't be any DRS for the final 2 laps. So this is it. No DRS. They're doing it the old-fashioned way. Okay. Okay, here comes Lewis Hamilton. Okay, he's warming up his tyres still. Final few corners coming up, so we shouldn't be too far away from the race restart now. Okay. Okay. The Red Bull garage is looking very nervous right now. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right. The drivers are starting to line up on the grid. Here we go. Okay. For the final time, we are off once again. Okay. Okay, Verstappen's leading. Ooh. Oh! And that's Fernando Alonso spun. Ooh. Oh, God. And that's Pierre Gasly out as well. Oh, God. And there goes Lance Stroll. Oh, my God. And that's a red flag again. Ah. Yeah, I imagine that is the end of the race now. Oh, and that's both Alpines out of the race. Oh. Oh. I'd imagine that's the end of the race now. Wow, that was a mental finish. Okay. Oof. Oh. And there's Fernando Alonso. I thought he was out. Okay. Okay. This is just a replay of what happened on the restart there. Oof. Okay. Yep. There goes Fernando Alonso, but he didn't go out, it seems. Oh my God. Yee. Okay, that was just pure chaos. Wow. Eee. Oh. That was insane. Oof. Okay. Wow. That was crazy. Oof. Okay. Now to see what happens with the final lap, I guess. Okay. The restart procedure is under investigation. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm assuming that's the race over. Okay. Okay. That's a very unhappy Fernando Alonso. Oof. Okay, this is Fernando Alonso's restart. Let's see what happened with him. Ah, yep. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So Fernando Alonso is checking to see if he can maintain third place due to the lap 1 incident at Silverstone. I don't remember when that was, but there is a precedence for this happening. So let's see how that goes. But I think that is probably the end of the race now, I would imagine. Ooh, and Lawrence Stroll is on the pit wall. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh, chaos. Absolute chaos. Right. I'm thinking this race isn't going to be restarted, in my opinion. I could be wrong, considering we are on the last lap. So the lap to the grid would be the last lap, which is kind of bad, because, you know, they'd get to the grid and then the checkered flag would wave as the lights went out. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Right. Okay. Right. Ugh. That was mad. Yeah, I think it's going to end here. Yeah. I'm thinking this race is going to end here and now. I'll be very surprised if this does restart. Yeah, to be fair, Verstappen and Hamilton have had a brilliant race today. Okay. Yeah, this would also mean a Carlos Sainz podium, so a massive improvement for Ferrari from what the race result could have been with of course, Charles Leclerc out. Okay. Right. This is going to be a safety car finish then. Okay. So this is going to be a safety car finish. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is going to have one final safety car lap, and then it'll all be done. Right. Okay. Hmm. Strange end to this race. Well, strange race altogether, to be honest. There hasn't, like, wow. Okay. Okay. His brakes seem to have been smoking a bit on the grid. Okay. Oof. That was chaos. Complete chaos. Hmm. Yep, that was a really strange one from Lance Stroll going straight on. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. No announcement of a race resumption. Well, no announcement of the final lap time. Hmm. Okay. Right. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we get this final lap done in a few minutes, if it is going ahead. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, there's a lot of debating going on about how this is going to finish. Hmm. 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 Okay. This is insane. Okay. Right. Okay. So the restart order is Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso, Sainz, Stroll, Perez, Norris, Hulkenberg, Piastri, Zhou, Guan Yu, Yuki Tsunoda, and Valtteri Bottas. Okay. Okay. So this will be an all points finishing race. Wow, that is insane. Okay. Whoa. Okay, what happens to Valtteri Bottas? Or is he okay? Nope, he is okay. Right. Okay. Oof. Okay, and that is Oscar Piastri scoring first points in his home race. Guaranteed. Unless he crashes out. Hopefully he doesn't. Well, he shouldn't do because it's a safety car start, so in theory, should be okay. Okay, so I imagine this will get underway in a moment. Hmm. Okay. So this is how. Okay. This is just chaos, guys. I can't lie. Well, at least we know how this is going to start now. It's just a matter of when. Hmm. Okay. Hopefully this gets underway in a moment or two. Okay, Fernando Alonso is helping to get his tyres over there to his car. Okay. Okay. Right. Hopefully this should get underway in a moment, because all the cars are almost in place. Right. Okay. Lewis Hamilton's in the back of the Mercedes garage. Oof. Oh, wait, no, there won't be an all points finishing race. Oh, I think. I don't know anymore. I've lost count, guys. Ugh. Well, guys, this has been a bit of an interesting Australian Grand Prix, eh? Oh, okay. Alfa Romeo being helped out with a grid trolley power generator by Alpine, because theirs run out of power. And of course, Alpine have nothing left, and Alpine have no cars left in the race, so Alpine decides to help them out. That's cool. Okay, some of the cars are starting up again. Okay, and in 10 minutes we'll be underway for the last lap. Okay. Okay. So about another 20 minutes and then this stream will be over. Hopefully. Provided nothing else goes wrong. Or I might end it a bit early, I don't know yet. Hmm. Okay. They're all as good as ready now. They've still got a few minutes, but they're all as good as ready now. As I'm sure are all of us. mm. Okay, there's Max Verstappen making his way back to his car. Mm. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, should be ready to go in a minute or two. Well, a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Mm. Okay. Okay. Couple of minutes now till the race restarts. Oh, and there's a penalty for Carlos Sainz. Uh-oh. And a 5-second penalty. Ooh, for causing a collision. Oof, this is going to be an interesting lap. Yeah, I think I might actually end this one at the end of the race rather than go through the podium ceremony, because let's face it, we know how it's going to go right now. Yeah, so once the safety car lap has finished, I'll wrap this one up, because I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours now. It's my, frankly, longest stream ever, so once once the lap's done, I'll wrap this one up. So thanks all for joining today. Sorry it hasn't been more interesting. Well, it has been, but all the interest has been pretty quickly muted with the red flags, the safety cars, the virtual safety cars. So yeah, unfortunately it hasn't been as interesting as I was hoping, but it has been a pretty good race in general. Okay. Right. Okay. So a few minutes. Well, yeah, there's going to be no points for... By the looks of it, there's going to be no points for Ferrari in this race with Carlos Sainz's penalty. Ouch. Okay. 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 Carlos Sainz radio. Oh, Carlos is not happy. Ooh. Carlos Sainz is not happy. Mm. Okay. Okay, here comes the last 2 minutes before the restart again. Okay. Okay, we shouldn't be too much longer left now for the wait. In fact, we should be good to go within a minute or so. Yeah, this will be Max Verstappen's first Australian win. Okay. Right. Here we go. Cars are firing up. Okay. Any moment now. We should be underway. Yep, here we go. Okay, so in the next couple of minutes, I'll be finishing off the stream. So, thank you all for joining me today. If you've liked this, please subscribe and like this stream as well. Subscribe to the channel and comment as well, because let me know what you think. So let me know what you think about this race. What you think is going to happen in Baku in a few weeks' time. How you feel about how this race has gone so far. Please follow me. Please check out my link tree in my description, as well as Roxanne's YouTube and her website. And please don't forget to come on to my stereo stream tonight at 6 PM. And yeah, please share this stream as well, so all your friends can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing around that loop. And now we're off for the final lap of the race, which is going to be under the safety car, as I've mentioned a few times now. Off we go. Okay. Okay. Staffing radio. Okay. So this is it now. This race is just for the sake of this lap's just for the sake of finishing the race, basically. Okay. So Yuki Tsunoda is going to now equal the record for potentially for finishing in the same place for the most consecutive amount of races. Wait. Okay, so Yuki Tsunoda could now equal the record for finishing in a place consecutive times that isn't first. So this will be his 5th, 11th place finish in a row, and that equals the previous record of I'm not sure who and in what position, but this will equal the record if Carlos Sainz doesn't get that penalty. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, and Max Verstappen is now here to win the Australian Grand Prix with Lewis Hamilton right behind him. Okay. Okay, let's see how that all goes. Okay. And that is all the cars done. So, with that, everyone, I will see you all tonight for this week's Astoundcast. And next weekend, well, actually, this is the last F1 race for a few weeks now, so I'll see you all tonight with this week's Astoundcast, and then tomorrow with another video. Bye, everyone!